modern medicine will add years to your life, but God will add life to your years.
Research shows about 85% of people hate their job. So if you're spending 20 years hating your job, like what else are you doing? Like, it seems like you're wasting time. So I think for everyone on this call, I mean, it just allow us to just take inventory of our life. Like, what are we spending our time on? Like, even with like social media and things like that, are we spending hours a day just diving into that, or could we repurpose that time and spend times with our wife, our husband, our kids, doing the smaller things in life that really, really matters? And I know for me personally, I've been very intentional about, like, how am I spending my time?
So for me, I always believe in priorities. In the definition of a priority is you can't have two of the same things being a priority. Priority means one, two, most important, second important, third important. That's priority, okay? So I always start with the priorities and keep it simple. So anything that I do, what's the number one priority? Keep God first. Number two is family. Number three is friends. Right? Two of the most important things you need to be able to manage, in my opinion, to have a healthy life. Number one, you got to manage your time, right? You only get 24 hours. The second thing is managing change. Change is going to happen. You got 4 seasons, right? You know that in the summertime, you're not going to get rid of your winter stuff because something's coming. You got a new season coming, right? You're going to have seasons in your life. If you have kids, that's a season. You get married, that's a season. Okay, you get older, that's a season. You go to school, that's a season. So seasons all the time. Change is happening all the time. And if you can manage your time and manage change, then you can have a much healthier lifestyle. One of the things that's happened in the pandemic is people that have been able to manage change are the ones that are some surviving, some are thriving. But if you take somebody that's used to every day I'm doing the same thing and I'm not gonna do anything different, and the pandemic hits and they go home, kids come home, change, all this other kind of stuff, they're pulling their hair out. So being able to manage time and being able to manage change is critical.
And he said to me, that's just living. I mean, that's surviving. That's not thriving. You're not living. You're just surviving. You're going through doing the necessities. And I don't think that that's what God calls us to do. Christians are supposed to be full of joy. We know that we have a future in heaven. We know that we can have all of our needs met. And we know we serve a God that gives us more than enough. And so and not only that, he directs us in his word to laugh, to dance, to live life to the full. And so I don't think it's something that we really talk about a lot. I think that, and that's, understandable. We should be thinking about how we can respond to life's challenges and how we, navigate the snares of the enemy, and how, we can use our Christian faith to bring others to Christ. Absolutely, we should do that. But I think that we should keep in mind that God truly does want us to enjoy life, and that we should be intentional about that as well.
Priorities in the order of God, family, friends, which are your neighbors, then get into some of that stuff that God's put on your heart to be able to do and accomplish for them. I know we shared on the call earlier this week, we chose to be husbands. We chose to be fathers. We could have been like Paul, just out here single and doing God's will our entire life. But no, when we chose to be husband and fathers or mothers and wives, our priorities change. And we have to always keep that order. And I just want to bring up, God tells us he'll give us the desires of our heart, but we got to think, we got to be in order to be able to do that. And that's how we stay in order to receive all things added unto us when we keep that order intact.
Confessing one to another, we bond one to another through our shortcomings and our sufferings. But there's strength in the relationship we have with one another that helps us overcome those situations. So yeah, you were spot on.